Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything you rely on in the city has vanished in an instant. The power is out, cell service is down, stores are empty, and panic spreads through the streets. Most people would have no idea what to do next. But you? You're about to know the secrets they never wanted you to learn, the urban survival skills that could mean the difference between chaos and control, between panic and preparedness. Welcome to Ageless Lessons, where today we're diving deep into the hidden dangers of city life and the survival strategies that will keep you and your loved ones safe when the system fails. Stay with me, because the tips you're about to hear could save your life. And before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now, because this is just the beginning of a series designed to make you stronger, smarter, and ready for anything. Let's start with the truth most people ignore: cities are fragile. They look strong with their skyscrapers, glowing lights, and endless movement, but the entire system runs on a delicate web of power grids, water lines, food deliveries, and communications. When one part fails, the rest can collapse quickly. Think about it: most major cities only have about 3 days of food on grocery store shelves. If trucks stop rolling, those shelves go bare almost overnight. And if people don't know how to adapt, panic sets in. We've seen it happen after hurricanes, blackouts, and even during the first weeks of the pandemic. People who thought the city was safe suddenly realized how unprepared they were. That's why we need to talk about the hidden dangers. Not just the obvious ones like power outages or storms, but the ones nobody tells you about. One of the biggest is psychological collapse. When the lights go out and the noise of the city disappears, fear creeps in fast. People lose their sense of security. Some freeze, others turn aggressive. If you don't prepare your mind as much as your body, you're already behind. Staying calm, observing quietly, and making decisions without panic is your first survival tool. But let's move to something tangible: water. Most city dwellers think water will always flow from the tap. The hidden danger? City water systems depend on electricity to pump and purify. If the power grid goes down, water stops flowing or becomes unsafe to drink. Within hours, people are desperate. That's why every urban survivalist needs at least a few gallons of clean water stored and a simple water filter on hand. Think about how many people in your apartment building have that right now. Probably none. That's why you need to. Now let's talk about mobility. Cities rely on cars, trains, and buses. But in a blackout or disaster, transportation stops instantly. Highways jam, trains stall, subways close. The hidden danger is being trapped in place with no way out. That's why having a plan to move on foot is critical. Comfortable shoes, a small backpack, a map of your city, not just your phone, because remember, batteries die and GPS fails. If you can't walk safely out of your neighborhood, you're stuck in the chaos. Another overlooked danger is trust. In normal times, people are friendly, helpful, and civil. But when resources vanish, even good people can act desperate. You can't assume everyone has your best interests at heart. That doesn't mean living in fear, it means being aware. Situational awareness is a survival skill most people ignore. Look around you when you walk down the street. Notice exits, notice unusual behavior, notice if someone is watching too closely. If things break down, your awareness gives you the edge. And then there's food. The city is filled with restaurants, convenience stores, and delivery services. People are used to eating within minutes of feeling hungry. but food supply chains are fragile. When the trucks stop, shelves empty. And when people get hungry, things get dangerous. Having a few weeks' worth of non-perishable food at home can put you ahead of 90% of your neighbors. Cans, rice, beans, energy bars, simple, affordable, and shelf-stable. The hidden danger is assuming you'll always be able to buy a meal when you want one. Don't fall for that trap. Think about your own building or neighborhood. How many people would know what to do if the power went out for 5 days? How many would have backup water, food, or even a flashlight? Very few. And here's the uncomfortable truth: in a crisis, unprepared people often become desperate people. And desperate people can become dangerous. That's not fear-mongering, that's history. Every major blackout and disaster shows the same pattern. The ones who prepare stay calm, and the ones who don't, panic. Which group do you want to be in? Before we keep going, let me ask you directly, have you subscribed to Ageless Lessons yet? If you haven't, take 1 second right now and click that button. This channel is building a community of smart, resilient people who know how to handle whatever comes their way. Don't just watch, join us, because knowledge is survival. Now let's explore a danger most people laugh off until it's too late: communications failure. We live in an age where information is everywhere: phones, internet, social media. But when the grid goes down, all of that disappears. You can't call your family. You can't check the news. You don't know what's happening 2 blocks away. That uncertainty creates fear. To prepare, you need alternatives. A simple battery-powered radio. A list of emergency contacts written on paper. Even learning basic hand signals or meeting points with your family can save you. The hidden danger is not losing power, it's losing connection. Humans need information, and without it, panic spreads faster than anything else. Another secret nobody talks about: the city itself can turn against you. Tall buildings block the sun, making it hard to grow food or even collect solar energy. Narrow streets can trap you if there's violence or fire. Elevators stop working, leaving people stranded. The very things that make the city vibrant in normal times become obstacles in a crisis. That's why knowing your surroundings is key. Walk your neighborhood. Know where the exits are, where the quiet streets lead, and where you could find shelter if needed. Knowledge of your own environment is free and priceless. And don't underestimate the importance of light. When the city goes dark, the hidden danger is not just the absence of electricity, but the rise of crime. Darkness is cover for those who want to take advantage. Something as small as a headlamp, lantern, or extra batteries can give you security. Imagine being the only person on your floor with light. You'd feel in control, while others stumble in fear. Preparation isn't just about gear, it's about peace of mind. Friends, the truth is simple: the city is a marvel of human achievement, but it's also one of the most fragile environments when disaster strikes. That's why survival isn't paranoia, it's wisdom. The skills I'm sharing with you are not about living in fear. They're about living smart, prepared, and strong. And if you value this knowledge, don't forget to like this video right now. It tells the algorithm this message matters, and it helps more people get the survival edge they need. When we think about survival, most of us focus on gear. A flashlight, a knife, a first aid kit. And yes, those things matter, but here's the hidden danger: gear without knowledge is useless. You can own the best survival kit in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, it's just dead weight. That's why skills are more important than stuff. Skills don't run out of batteries, they don't break, and they don't get stolen. Skills live inside you. So let's dive into some survival skills that will give you an advantage in any urban crisis. The first is improvisation. In the city, you're surrounded by resources, you just don't see them until you have to. A scarf becomes a water filter. A soda can turn into a cooking stove. Duct tape can fix or seal almost anything. The ability to look at everyday items and repurpose them is a hidden superpower. While others panic because they don't have gear, you'll be creating solutions with what's already around you. Another critical skill is navigation. When GPS fails, most people freeze. They've never read a paper map or even paid attention to street layouts. But you? You'll know how to find your way. Learn to read a map. Notice landmarks in your city. Practice walking routes without looking at your phone. Because when technology fails, awareness wins. The hidden danger is becoming dependent on screens. Don't let that happen to you. Let's talk about self-defense. Nobody likes to imagine violence, but when resources get scarce, desperation can make people dangerous. The hidden danger is assuming the police will always be there to protect you. In a major crisis, law enforcement is overwhelmed. You need to know how to protect yourself. That doesn't mean becoming aggressive, it means being prepared. Learn basic self-defense. Carry something simple like a whistle, a tactical flashlight, or even pepper spray where it's legal. Sometimes, the best defense is just awareness and avoiding dangerous situations. But if you have to stand your ground, even basic skills can make the difference. Now let's address health. In a crisis, hospitals fill up fast. Pharmacies close. Doctors are hard to reach. The hidden danger here is small injuries or illnesses that become life-threatening because there's no help. A simple cut can turn into an infection. That's why every urban survivalist needs a basic first aid kit and the knowledge to use it. Learn how to clean a wound, stop bleeding, and handle fevers. It's not complicated, but it could save your life or someone else's. One of the most overlooked dangers is mental fatigue. When the city shuts down, boredom, fear, and isolation can eat away at your spirit. People give up not because their bodies fail, but because their minds do. That's why mental resilience is as important as food or water. Stay busy. Keep routines. Read, write, or even just talk with someone. Your mind is your strongest weapon, but only if you take care of it. Here's another secret: money might not matter. In a full-scale urban disaster, your credit cards, your bank app, even cash might suddenly become worthless. What matters then? Skills, supplies, and barter. A neighbor with extra water will value your spare batteries. Someone with food will trade for your first aid supplies. Learning how to barter, how to offer value without giving away everything, is a survival strategy nobody talks about. The hidden danger is believing your wallet will always save you. In a blackout, it won't. Now let's think about fire. In the city, people assume fire is dangerous, and it is. But in survival, controlled fire is life. It cooks food, purifies water, provides light, and keeps you warm. Do you know how to start a fire without a lighter? Do you know what in your home can be used as tinder? These are skills worth practicing now, not later. Because once the lights go out and the cold creeps in, fire becomes more than comfort, it becomes survival. And what about community? We often talk about survival as if it's a solo mission, but the truth is, humans survive best in groups. The hidden danger is isolation. If you cut yourself off completely, you'll struggle. But if you connect with trustworthy neighbors, family, or friends, your odds improve dramatically. Share skills, share watch duties, share resources when possible. Of course, trust carefully, but don't ignore the power of community. Lone wolves burn out. Communities endure. At this point, you may be thinking, this sounds like a lot. And yes, it is. But here's the thing, preparedness doesn't happen overnight. You don't have to be ready for everything tomorrow. You just have to take the first step. Store a little extra water. Buy one flashlight. Learn one skill. And then add another. Every step you take builds your resilience. Every small action today makes you stronger tomorrow. And if you've stayed with me this far, you're clearly someone who values knowledge, foresight, and strength. That's why I want to remind you again, subscribe to Ageless Lessons. By joining this channel, you're not just watching, you're becoming part of a movement of people who refuse to be caught unprepared. Hit that red button below, turn on notifications, and keep building your survival edge with us. As we near the end of this journey, let me paint a picture. The city goes dark. The noise fades. People stumble in fear. But you? You're calm. You know where your water is. You have food ready. You've planned your exit routes. You've lit your lantern. While others panic, you're prepared. That confidence isn't arrogance, it's survival. And it's exactly why you're here, learning the skills they don't want you to know. Because let's be honest, society doesn't teach us this. Schools don't teach urban survival. Most workplaces don't talk about it. Even the media avoids it. But history proves again and again, disasters happen. Systems fail. And when they do, the people who took the time to prepare are the ones who thrive. That's why you're different. That's why you're still here, listening, learning, and growing stronger. So here's your final call to action, don't just watch, act. Subscribe to Ageless Lessons right now, like this video if you gained even one insight, and share it with someone you care about. Because survival isn't just about saving yourself, it's about protecting the people you love. Together, we can build a community of strength, wisdom, and resilience that no blackout, no crisis, and no disaster can break. And remember this as we close, hidden dangers exist in every city, but they don't have to scare you. With preparation, awareness, and skills, you turn fear into confidence. You turn chaos into control. And you prove that no matter what happens, you're ready. This is your edge. This is your power. And this is your path to surviving and thriving in any city, at any time. If this video gave you even one idea that makes you feel more prepared, then don't let it stop here. Right below this video is a red subscribe button, click it now and join our growing community of people who refuse to be caught off guard. When you subscribe to Ageless Lessons, you're not just getting more videos, you're getting knowledge, strategies, and a survival edge that most people will never have. And if you're already subscribed, thank you, you are the reason this channel keeps going strong. Before you head out, give this video a thumbs up so more people can find it, and share it with someone you care about. Because the truth is, survival isn't just about you, it's about protecting the people around you. By sharing this, you might give someone else the knowledge they need when it matters most. And finally, drop a comment below. Tell me what survival skill you think is the most important, or what hidden danger in the city worries you the most. Your comment could spark a discussion that helps thousands of others.
Thank you.